Hello everyone, my name is Jigarbov and I am the architect and creator of the LEP Tier 1 minecart station you can see behind me. LEP Tier 1 server uses a mod called Minecart Mania, and this is a tutorial for beginners on how it changes the way you use rails and minecarts on this server. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we're going to go down into the workshop, and the very first thing that you need to do is forget everything you think you know about tracks and the way they work in Minecraft, because with Minecart Mania, pretty much everything is different. So I'm going to lay some track here, and I'm going to put a cart on there, and I mean, what do you think would happen? Normally, when you push a cart across an unpowered rail, it'll just stop. No, not with this. If you power it, however, then it will stop. It's pretty much exactly the opposite of the way it works in the normal game. However, despite all of this, one thing to note is if you have a powered rail against a wall, and it's unpowered, and you put a cart on, it works exactly the opposite. So it's a little confusing at first, but this is the way it has always run in the server. And then if I power this, it's going to push it away, and then it goes across this unpowered rail, and it's going to boost it even more. So like I said, pretty much everything is different. Because of this abnormality, I try not to use powered rails on the edges anymore on the server, and I use an obsidian block instead. An obsidian block works pretty much the same way. We'll just put a normal rail on top, and I'll show you what happens here. Unpowered, the cart will go nowhere. When it's powered, it will boost it away. So this way we're not using powered rail for two completely opposite things. And this one's really cool, the obsidian block, because I'll show you what you can do with it. So I'm just getting distracted off my script here, not that I have one. So I'm gonna put this here. Now a cool thing about this is that it conserves momentum. So I'm gonna get in a cart. I'm going to shoot off. Oh, no I'm not. See if I can place this. I'm going to shoot off, and then when I power it stops me. Now this works differently to the powered rail, because if I stop on a powered rail and then I power it again, I'm not going to go anywhere. But in this case, when I power it, it will continue me on my way. So that's a cool thing about the obsidian block that the powered rails don't do. But for normal boosting needs, you can still just use a powered rail instead of, a powered obsidian block. Yeah, very strange things happen in this. So I've got a whole bunch of command blocks over here. This is the light green wool. We've got a brick block and an iron block. So we'll put some track here, and I'm going to show you the different uses of these blocks and what they do. So here we've got the iron block. I'm going to sit in a cart here, and I'm going to power it, and it's going to boost me on my way. And that iron block is going to spit me out every time. It's called an ejector block, and the way it works is when a cart goes over the top of it, it will just spit out anything or anyone that's in it. And it always spits me out here. Now a really cool thing you can do with this, and I don't want to go too in depth with it yet, because it can get pretty complicated. If I put an eject here sign, just a sign that says eject here, within 8 blocks, it's actually going to shoot me to that sign. So that's pretty cool. Ejects me right to the sign over here. So that way you can have somebody riding a cart, eject them, and put them where you want them to be. Now we've got this brick block here. This works completely different to all the other ones. So we'll get in here and I'll show you what it does. So we'll power it. It's actually a station block. See in the text there, it says tap your minecart in the desired direction. If I want to go straight, I tap forward and it will send me straight. If I want to turn, I just tap to the side and it will send me down here instead. So that's kind of cool. This green one here, this one is actually one of my favorite blocks because it really helps with player control. So I'm going to put a cart here, but I'm not going to get into it, and I'm just going to power the track and watch what happens. As the cart goes over the green block, it sucks me into it, and that's awesome. I'll look over here, and it just sucks me straight in. These are great for departure gates. So you press you press the button to call a cart, and it'll just suck you right in, and then you can go on the way. Another even cooler block is this chest. It's just a regular old chest you craft on with the planks on all around the sides, and inside it I've got 3 minecarts. This basically works exactly the same as one of those crazy complicated Pez dispensers. If I power it, it's going to shoot out a minecart. Now, it doesn't seem to do anything here, and that's because I need to add a block. Now, it doesn't give you any momentum. It doesn't give you any momentum when the cart comes out. It just kind of sits there. So you have to do what we learnt already. So I've got a obsidian block there, and I'm going to power it. Now, the next time I get a cart out, it's gonna be boosted straight off that cart and away. So this replaces those complicated Pez dispensers that you may have seen. I make a lot of them on my other channel for those that don't use mods, so you can check that out. But on Leptier 1 server, all you need is this chest, and it's awesome. The other thing it does, if you're wondering why this track is on the other side, it obviously eats carts too. So you just throw a cart in there, and then they'll be in here, and it stacks up. So you can have 1,000, well, maybe not 1,000, 64 times 3 times like 9, so a lot of carts anyway. Actually, it probably is more than thousands. So anyway, that's pretty much the basics of Minecart Mania. I'll go into more advanced stuff in the next video. There's a whole lot of things you can do, like this eject here sign. You can use sign commands for the stations, sign commands for here, even more powerful stuff than you could ever do in a vanilla server. So stay tuned for that for the next video. In the meantime, check out my channel at Jigarbov. You spell it Jigarbov. I don't know why I came up with that name. I just kind of mashed keyboard years ago. But anyway, I don't do a lot of stuff with mods on my channel. I do a lot of vanilla stuff. I've got a crazy big Pez dispensers I like to work on, and I do like to do a lot of rail stuff, so check me out. Otherwise, stay tuned to Leptier1's channel for more of the Minecart Mania tutorials and more of his videos. I think we'll be upgrading to 1.6 soon, so that's going to be exciting. And check out there'll be links in the description for access to the server and all other relevant information. Thanks for watching. Bye.